Good morning and welcome to the Frontiers of Knowledge segment of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. Just imagine that your home is lit by bioluminescent LEDs, and these LEDs give you all the light you can hope for using fewer of the Earth's resources to manufacture. They also mimic the sun throughout the day and the night, and thus improve your mood because of the blue light emitting LEDs. It's not a dream. Dr. Ruben Costa of MIT has come up with an absolutely innovative solution to lighting up the homes, all the homes and the offices without in any way polluting this already polluted universe. There is no light pollution because this is natural, and it powers your lamps and your video screens, computer screens, TVs. It's a beautiful material, they say. So you must be thinking what it is. It is something from the nature. Jellyfish. Jellyfish is the source of this light, and this was the first time that the luminescent jellyfish can be used to lighten up the houses. Now, it's not exactly the jellyfish that they're using, but basically they are creating or bioengineering a jellyfish in the labs with the same jellyfish proteins that emit that light. This is a combination of biotechnology and nanotechnology, a revolutionary concept which fulfills the gap between nature and man-made environment. The materials that we know and understand and the technologies that are being developed are bringing the humanity on the edge of a new revolution. The wedding of nanotechnology and biotechnology. As I was saying, MIT Technology Review innovators have come up with this concept, and they have been able to peel rubber from the glass, put it on ultraviolet light, and the light is still green. This is the light bulb movement of 2018, and the light emitting diodes are fluorescent proteins prepared in bacteria which are survived in almost water-free medium, keeping the structure of the jellyfish and functionality to emit light. As a matter of fact, the team is quite excited about the benefits. Jellyfish naturally glow, and they glow to communicate. So Costa's work brings together about half a dozen Nobel Prize winning scientists' thoughts. Whether they were Osamu, who won the Nobel Prize in 2008 for discovery of green luminescent protein in jellyfish, or Martin Chaffley, who extracted the DNA of jellyfish and wanted to make it glow. He wanted to make a worm, and the worm would glow, but they failed. Now, after all these, about a decade of hard work, they have developed this, which is the most powerful technology ever produced as human beings. This is the way Shuji Nakumar, who won the Nobel Prize in 2014, describes this development. And they say one diode placed in your home or in your office can give a light lit up the area up to 500 square meters. Then these are sustainable to light up your homes. mobile phones, computer screens. And what they are going to do is this blue chip is coated with a compound to filter the strong blue light. The filter is the yellowish phosphor made from rare earth materials, such as deuterium. Now, one problem is there that the deuterium is a very rare product, very rare, and it is one of the most expensive rare earths. It exists in about 4 countries in the world. So, extraction, shipping, tariffs are going to have a problem. But now, Costa came up with a bio-LED. So, you don't need deuterium. You convert, produce it in your lab, and the color biofilter, which is still growing stronger today, after about 2 weeks, shows the advantage of this development. This bio-LED, biological engineering LED, has 100 years of stability to begin with, but they have already reached 10,000 hours of light from one bulb. So this is quite an achievement in reducing pollution and removing darkness from the homes and taking away the headache of charging your phones all the time. So this enhances the frontier of knowledge quite a lot. The frontiers are ever widening. But while this is being done, ocean has given us jellyfish, which can lit up our homes, charge our phones, help us view work on the computer, view television, and so on. There is a negative aspect which is happening thanks to human activity. The sea floor is dissolving and dissolving very rapidly. As a matter of fact, all the attention of the scientists and the politicians has been on the pollution on the air. And the pollution in the seas is getting some attention, but only as far as the plastic is concerned. There is much more danger. Carbon dioxide is building up not just in atmosphere, but oceans are also being affected by it, and they're more so making them fizz like soda. As the seas get warmer and more acidic, more havoc is being caused. And the researchers at Princeton and McGill have seen that now the sea floor is getting dissolved. The hard rocks are becoming malleable and they are slowly dissolving. The Smithsonian Ocean Portal Organization has estimated that the oceans have absorbed 525 billion tons of carbon dioxide. 525 billion tons. And this has happened in the industrial era only, not earlier. So seawater is 30% more acidic than it was 2 centuries back. So this fastest known change in chemistry is happening, and ocean acidification leads to the coral bleaching, upsetting predator-prey relationship, messes up with the survival of the fish, and some sea creatures are getting dissolved. They're just melting away. But after creatures, now is the sea's floor which is getting melted. Now, what is healthy sea floor? Healthy sea floor is made mostly of calcite. And calcite comes from decomposed remains of plankton and other sea creatures. The increased level of CO2 is increasing the acidity and eating away the calcite. The people are thinking this is a globe and the ocean's flow lead to the other part of the globe. So if the floors are dissolved, what would happen? The extent of sea floor dissolving is increasing and it's increasing every day. The study has been done in North Atlantic Ocean that the CCD, the carbon dioxide composition, has increased significantly, and quite possible that the human induced effect may ultimately not only render the oceans unusable, but also cause a change in the geography which we will not be able to tolerate at all. That's a negative aspect. So why not make use of the oceans as much as we can? And now to something which can be of interest to the people who are shy of going to gyms, people like me. If you want to be healthy and you don't want to go to treadmill and you don't want to go to building up machine, muscle building machine, take my word, you don't have to. Look to the longest living people and you'll find the proof of all that talk of going to the gym to be hogwash. The world has been divided into 3 zones. And the healthiest zone for living is called the blue zone. Blue zones are those countries where the highest life expectancy is there, like Norway, Sweden, Finland, Japan. But people there don't pump irons. They don't run marathons. They don't go to gyms. So how are they healthy? They are healthy because they live in an environment that constantly move them, keep them on move. And they're moving without even thinking about it. This means they grow gardens, walk through the day, and use minimum mechanical conveniences for the house and the yard work. The physical activity that they undertake unconsciously, without planning, makes them live healthy. In fact, the blue zone researchers determined that routine natural movement is one of the best impactful ways to increase your lifespan, and it's a common habit among the people and among the communities that have the longest lived population. Of course, this might not seem realistic in our current knowledge economy, where we are often tied to the computer all the time. But if you really want to have a long and healthy life, you have got to have a combination of physical life and mindfulness coupled with your computer addiction. Moving naturally throughout the day might sound pleasant and romantic, but reality is that about 100 years back, about 10% of the population, but just a century back, only 10% of the population had sedentary jobs. Today, 90% of people have the sedentary jobs, and therein lies the problem. As a matter of fact, I've seen that the latest development, for example, what they have done, built in the very desk, that if you keep standing, that's better. And I'm reminded of the old adage: if you can run, don't walk. If you can walk, don't stand. If you can stand, don't sit. If you can sit, don't lie down. So, going to the gym, spending money over there, wasting time, and psychologically being burdened is no way to live healthy. Live healthy with love with nature. As I once talked about the forest bath. Go to the forest, hug a tree. That's much better than going and jumping on the trampoline or doing a treadmill exercise. Let's change our lifestyles and we'll have a healthy life. And as saying so, I would get up from my chair and stand down to practice what I'm preaching. And thank you for understanding these new frontiers of knowledge. Thank you.